Howdy folks, and welcome back to yet another video on the HQ Premier / GDS mockup. In this video, I'll be replacing the inner and outer Plenum skins, and I'll show you a few little tips and tricks which helped me align the panels correctly to their original position. It was actually a real straightforward, easy process. We've got great gaps along the front doors there, and one little thing which I done at the end after tidying all the plug welds up along here was actually I got a drill bit and basically just drilled a little bit into where the plug welds were, so if the body or car ever gets in an accident in the future, then the next person can see where to drill it out, etc., which will basically save them time, but also give the car or give the Plenum a factory look once it's all painted, etc. So yeah, with that said, let's get into this video. Hope everyone's been doing well, and apologies for the lack of videos on the HQ. I tend to make videos of things that I really enjoy doing, which is like bodywork and painting. Obviously we're not up to that stage just yet, but I thought the Plenum would probably be a really good video to show one getting done, and I'll throw some little pointers or little things that I found helpful, or ways that I went about stuff which will help you guys if you ever want to do one. So yeah, let's get into it. So we've unpicked pretty much 90% of this outer Plenum. I'm kind of at the point now where it's almost ready to come off. The only issue that I've got at the moment is access to a lot of the spot welds in this area here. Basically, there's all spot welds up the top there, but the dash is in the way. I can't actually get my drill in there to basically drill them out. What I thought about doing is getting my angle grinder and basically cutting the Plenum apart. At the end of the day, this is scrap metal. I'm not going to be using it in order for me to fit it in all my bins here at home in scrap metal. I'm going to need to cut it up anyway. So I thought, why not just cut it to pieces? That will give me access to these spot welds here. But yeah, so we've got the inner and the outer to do. As you would have seen from some previous footage, we've done all the other rush repairs. We've got a little bit on the top of this door to do here. Apart from that, that's pretty much it. All the rush repairs are done. After removing the outer skin, I then got my drill and drilled through all the spot welds of the inner panel through the inner's inner, which will allow me to put the new inner down and plug weld from underneath. Alright, so we managed to get the inner and outer off. It was actually a lot easier to take the inner and the outer off as one piece instead of individual. The only real issue areas I had was here along where the steering column goes, and a couple of areas along the front. With the inner panel folded over, it was hard to get down in between to use a hammer and chisel. So I did use my air chisel, which made it a lot easier. Now, I was a little bit concerned about where the position of the inner would go and then where the outer would go. Now, what makes it a lot easier is that since the car's been epoxied, you can see the line of epoxy. So obviously I need to dress up and clean up all the spot weld and drill marks. So when I do that, what I'm going to do is get some masking tape and just tape along the edge of the epoxy and mask that off. Then at least I know that where the tape edge is where the new skin needs to be. So the last thing I want to do is put it too far forward or too far back. So I'm going to use that line of where the old panel was as reference. Alrighty guys, just thought I'd give you a quick skim over the inner. So we've basically dressed it up, we've ground back the E-coat, we've put the weld through primer on that. So that's going to be basically touching the inside. So here, so we've done it on the inside and the outside. And obviously here where that meets up against the top of the steering column. So we're going to be plug welding that from the inside. Any bare metal, like there's a little bit of bare metal in each corner here. I've got the cams like DE.OX.IT. We're going to be rust treating and still conditioning those areas just in each corner. If you want to know how to use the cams like DE.OX.IT, there's a link in the video's description. Go check it out. I've made a few videos using this product, so it is pretty good. Highly recommend it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get those corner pieces done and let's start welding this on. Oh, g'day guys. Well, we're almost ready to put the top panel on. Let's take a look. We've kept the gap at the start of the video I said about the epoxy. So we've put that right on the line. As you can see, we've dressed up the outer of that top panel, and we've dressed up all the inner. It's all looking bloody beautiful. Wiped up all my overspray from the copper primer, and we've dressed up all the dashboard there, and that's looking bloody beautiful. So now it's just a matter of throwing it on and lining it up with the panel here. As you can see, we've kept that nice gap. I think I spoke about that earlier. But yeah, it's pretty much just a matter of throwing it on. The only big welding that we've really got to do is basically along the pillar here. One there and one on the other side. Should be pretty straightforward. Alrighty guys, just give you a bit of a skim over what we've done today and in general over the car and my plans for upcoming videos. So we managed to get the old inner and outer off, the new inner on. We've dressed it all up and we've put the outer on. So it's not 100% done. We've still got probably 400 plug welds to go, and it's all done. We've got a few welds to do, like plug welds on the dash to do, and we've got a couple of beads to run down here on both sides. Apart from that, I'm pretty happy with it. So the outer has gone directly on top of the inner. We've kept that nice line all the way through, that nice gap all the way down. So I'm pretty happy with it. So moving forward for upcoming videos, we've got the driver's door to put back on. I want to put the locks and the strikers on and gap up the car. I don't want to start doing body repairs until I've got the door rubbers. That's a big key thing when doing a bare metal shell, is that you want to try and replicate what it's going to be like when it's painted. Now, I want to touch base on a few things which I learned at the Melomotive Spline course, which I want to teach you guys. Now, obviously, there is more than one way to do a bare metal respray. And I've been doing my way for quite a few years, and it works really well. However, I'm always interested in learning different ways of doing things, and putting them into practice and teaching you guys, or telling you guys about it too. And so I will be doing things slightly different on this car, but I want to block down all the epoxy that's on the car right now. Not so much to find all my highs and lows, but I want to put the car in the DNA Paints Black epoxy primer. There we can then use the splines to profile check all the panels, the in and out like measurements of the car. We can apply our body filler with the splines and also use the splines as a sanding tool, like a block, and block all the panels down. So I'll be doing some I guess like tutorial videos with the splines coming up in the next look, at this rate, probably a couple of months time. So the only real reason why I haven't been doing videos on the car lately is because it's rush repairs. And I feel that doing videos on the topic is probably something that I don't really like doing. But we have done a video on the Plenum. That's something that I really wanted to do on the channel, is show one getting done. But just to give you guys a quick little look at what I have been doing lately, I'm not sure if I've put it in this video yet, but we've migged up a lot of the old badge holes, or the chrome mold holes and stuff. We've basically cut off the dog leg inner and outer and replaced it. Same with the outer on the quarter panel. We've got a little bit of flash rusting and stuff. I probably should have got it in epoxy by now, but I thought that I'd finish on the rush repairs by now too. So, but it's not the end of the world. We can DE.OX.IT, still condition it, and put that in epoxy. We've got some welding to do, some grinding to do, and that before then. But that's a pretty easy job to do. We've welded up a few holes all across the boot from the badges and stuff like that. On this side, we start getting a little bit more extensive. So I pretty much cut that whole dog leg off and made it all from scratch. A little bit on the quarter panel up until here. We've cut a little bit out of the lower quarter there, done the inner and the outer. We've also done the inner and the outer on this dog leg as well, so it's not just the outer. The rust was actually, like the rust holes were only about here, but when I cut it open and had a really good look at it, the rust actually traveled all the way up the dog leg, hence why I've replaced the whole lot. But yeah, we've done the inner and the outer as well. It does carry on into the door jamb as well. I've tried to keep nice gaps and stuff like that, which you can see. In regards to all the numbers and the stuff on the car, basically what I did was, before I tackled the driver side, so I took measurements from this side, applied it on the new panels on the other side. And then when it come to doing this side, I took measurements from the other side and applied it on this side. So both sides are the same. They're still factory spec. I haven't changed the width or anything like that. It's all in spec. It's probably 1 or 2 mil like tolerance. That's what I gave myself. But we've got nice gaps, as you can see. It's no problem. We've got a few holes up on the pillar and stuff to do. We're going to be putting in the scallop lines and stuff. I do have stencils to do that, so we're going to have nice sharp lines and stuff. I'm actually looking forward to doing the body work on this chassis. So apart from that, a little bit of rust up here on this door we still got to do, and a couple of little holes on the inside of the door down in here. You can't see that, but yeah, we're making progress. I hope you've all enjoyed the video and the last couple of videos we've made on the car. It's been one of those things, I don't really like showing all like rush repairs. I like doing body work and I like painting. So I tend to make videos that I enjoy doing. Hence, there's been no videos. That and I hate my voice. Anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed it. If you have, hit me, you give me a like and a comment, and I really appreciate it. We'll see you next time. I'm going to continue on with this out of Plenum tomorrow and get it all migged up. There's so many plug welds to do, it's not funny. But yeah, we've also got a little bit of fabrication to do on this heater box as well. So the owner wants me to fill that in with a plate. We've got some sheet steel over there, which we've been using for all the rush repairs. So I've kept some aside to fill that in. All right, cheers guys. See you on the next one.